Hi everyone, my name is Leanne and welcome to episode 11 of What the Hell Happened to My Hauls. Oh my god, this is the penultimate episode. Heads up, I know you guys enjoy this series, but I am not doing it in 2019. I do have the cogs turning, trying to work out another method of tackling my TBR. If you don't know, What the Hell Happened to My Hauls is a series where I look back on all of my old haul videos from previous years in a particular month, and I try and read all the unread books I've got from those haul videos in that month of this year. So for this video, I looked back at all of my old hauls from Novembers of previous years, and I'm going to try and read the unread books this month. I didn't do too great at this challenge in October. It was a pretty large TBR, and October was just the busiest month ever. Between like my masters and work and trying to have a social life, I just wasn't doing a lot of reading. In my downtime, I just really wanted to watch TV, and I shouldn't feel guilty for that. I still did like above average reading quantity. Anyways, let's just get into it, shall we? So from November 2014, and this wasn't in a haul video, I found this from like a really old Instagram post. How ridiculous is it that I still have books unread from 4 years ago? So I hauled 10 books. The ones that I have read are To Kill a Mockingbird, The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, The Shock of the Fall, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves, Frankenstein, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Dubliners, and Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. And those last four, I've unhauled those editions of them because I either have replaced them or want to replace them with nicer editions. So the two that I've left unread, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, don't know. Yes, I realise I'm one of the only readers left on the planet that hasn't read Gone Girl, but it's going to happen in November. I'm going to prioritise this one. I'm going to read it. And the next one from November 2014 is the Dylan Thomas Omnibus. I think it's Dylan, not Dylan, because he's Welsh, so it's Dylan. I have never read anything from this writer before, despite having lived in Wales for 4 years, but I have got some like serious like homesickness for Wales. I miss it so much, so hopefully this collection of poems and stories and plays is gonna bring me right back to Wales and make me feel at home again. In November 2015, I hauled 6 books. 2 of those I unhauled without reading, so there was Norwegian Wood and Fatherland, and then there are 3 that I've read and still have copies of, so we have Living Dolls, The World's Wife, and All the Light We Cannot See. The one book that I have left unread is White Teeth by Zadie Smith, another book that I feel like I'm the only bookish person who hasn't read this one. It's so large, and in the current reading state I'm in, where I'm not getting a lot of reading done, I'm slightly worried about committing to a big book, but I will try. I also hauled 4 ebooks, and I've read 3 of those. So we have The Bees, The Chimes, and Night Owls, and one I have left unread is The Looking Glass House. But as I've been saying in previous installments of this series, I'm not really prioritising ebooks anymore. I want to focus on my physical TBR. Moving to November 2016, oh, there's a lot of books here. So I hauled 16 books. So the ones that I have read are The Carnivorous Carnival, which is a series of unfortunate events books, The Ocean at the End of the Lane, What Maisie Knew, the complete short fiction of Oscar Wilde, Persuasion, Mrs. Dalloway. That edition of Mrs. Dalloway I have unhauled and want to replace with a nicer edition. Felicia's Journey, Kink and Particle, The Way the Crocodile Taught Me, The Immigration Handbook, which is one of my favourite poetry collections of all time by a brilliant person named Caroline Smith. You should definitely check it out if you like poetry. And The Road to Middlemarch. There's a couple more books that I unhauled having not read. So we have A New Woman Reader and Gender and Power. I went through this stage of buying like academic books, even though I don't want to be an academic at all. So the first book I've got going on to my November TBR is Mr. Fox by Helen Oyeyemi. I cannot tell you how many TBRs that this book has been on, but hopefully I will actually get it read this month. We also have The Vegetarian Tigers of Paradise by Crystal Jeans. This is published by Hono, who are a small Welsh women's publishers that I did a bit of work for a couple of years ago, and I love them. I love everything that they do and everything they stand for. I think they're fantastic, and I have put this book in my bag so many times to like read on train journeys or like stuff like that. I just haven't done it. I think I'm gonna love this book. And do you ever get it where like you think you're gonna love a book, so you're slightly scared of it? Or is that just me? I've got another book from Hono, which is on this list, which I don't actually have with me, called The Seasoning. I think my mom's gonna be visiting me in November, so if she does, I will get her to bring that with her, and hopefully I can read that one too. And finally, in November 2017, I hauled 7 ebooks, and they are all non-fiction, so this is obviously a haul that I did specifically for non-fiction November. Only read one of these books so far, and that was Secrets for the Mad. So the ones we have left unread are Light to the Dark, You Do You, Riot Days, This Book Will Help You Change the World, Periods Gone Public, and Eat, Sweat, Play. That last one I am definitely going to be reading because it's on my non-fiction November TBR. I might read a couple of the other ones because it is non-fiction November, but as I said, I am prioritizing my physical TBR, so maybe not. So this month, for What the Hell Happened to My Hauls, I'm going to be trying to read 5 books, potentially 6 if my mum comes to visit. That on top of my non-fiction November TBR. I would normally think that's quite manageable and something I can do, as well as doing a little bit of mood reading in the mix there. But after the reading month I had in October, and I think November might be even busier, I ain't making any promises. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me know down in the comments if you have read any of the books that I've mentioned and what you thought of them. Let me know about the physical books, the ebooks. I want to know about it all. If you've got negative opinions, if you've got positive opinions, do share them. I like hearing a wide mix of what people think about books. I don't mind hearing if people hated them. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you in my next video.